8-hour work week, I'm gonna be the hardest working person in the room. And I figured out that that's actually a pretty bad strategy. And I want to break it down in my own life with you right now, why it's really hurt me, because I was listening to those big influencer and I was trying to be the hardest working person in the room, and I was trying to almost drag it to a massive failure and massive loopholes as well too, which I'm going to break it down in this video so you can learn the one fundamental and most powerful key called energy, not the time, energy, so you can unlock a great success for yourself, for your mission, entrepreneurships, or even professional career as well too. Of course you want that, right? So let's get started. It's not about the time. We often talk about the time because this is something becomes a big norm. So like an example, we get a job, we start working from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. But that thing is significantly involved because now we do more about intellectual work, particularly me. But there is a lot of factory worker there too, and they're doing their own clock work too. But as long we wanted to be an intellectual worker, the time is not the main factor for me. What I realized is the thing really helped me is the actual energy. So I got this question so many times from my different people. How do I get so many energy all over the day? Like an example, this video I'm shooting almost 9 p.m. and I have this level of energy right now, and I can still be in a dress and shoot this video. What is the secret? But it doesn't mean that I'm actually a YouTuber. I've been working since 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. today, and I work all day, and I even went to the gym in the evening, and then after the gym I had a dinner, and now I'm shooting with you because that's the time I'm allowed to do this one, and I'm doing this one with this level of energy. I'm not a YouTuber. So I understand the energy is exactly work like a battery. So battery, right? You normally have a mouse or have a remote control and there is a battery into it. So normally you use a basically disposable battery. So you use it and as soon as you run out of battery, but you throw it. But there is another type of battery. That type is called rechargeable battery. So you can use it and run out of battery and then you can charge it back and put on. So our human body is exactly like that rechargeable battery. So what does it mean? So we normally recharge ourselves and then we burn it to a zero and then go back. So for me, all this energy coming from particularly in our physical energy, and normally the physical energy coming from another important aspect which is called our mental energy. So mental energy is the core for me. So I understand that if I could take care of the core well, I will have a better physical energy too by just eating healthy and doing exercise. And that's why I told you that I went to the gym this evening. So now, the first rule of having great energy is about having a good charging period of time. So having good charging period of time is actually the sleep, because sleep is the time I charge my battery. So I can get to a 90%, 80%, 60% of charge based on the quality of sleep and how much energy did I burn on the previous day. So first strategy is like a fundamental strategy is about giving myself enough right of time so I can charge and gain back the energy as much as possible. So that's the strategy number one. Strategy number two is about as I'm getting the physical energy coming from mental energy, I'm continuously looking what is happening to my mental energy level as well too. Is this something in what state it is right now? So my particular strategy on this one is about who do I really hanging out with. So I have my own circle, right? So listen, what is my circle? So my circle, the people who work with me, and I'm really careful to picking up those people who are gonna work with me because I do a lot of interview and I choose the best people to work with me, and they gotta be cool. These are the first level of people who I'm recruiting first. And the second group of people where I spend most amount of time is my family members. And the third group is the people I hang out with, my friends. So these are the three groups basically. So I am very careful to pick up the group number one who I pick up with, and they gotta be cool people, they gotta be passionate about what I really do, so we can really play well too. My family, they already know me, they're already seeing me from I'm the first day of my life. So my mom, dad, my brother, they already know my personality. So because they know that one thing I'm really careful about, the energy utilization. And the group number 3 is my friend circle. Good people, cool people to hang out with. And anybody who want to join that pool, I always check first in the very first 5 to 10 minutes when I met them in person, are they cool enough or not? So I left many coffee conversation, many meetup conversation in just 5 to 7 minute period of time. I just felt like, oh, they're not cool enough. They're not going to be positive. They will be draining energy from me. They'll not be cherish the energy together. And I'm not going to include that person to my network. And I just left. And we said, listen, okay, we're not going to stop with you, but I'm not going to meet you, but we can exchange messages. We can stay in touch as an acquaintance in different platforms. You can text me in Messenger, on Facebook, or in LinkedIn, or in any messenger platform, and we can stay in touch. Not a problem, but we're not going to hang out with you. So this is the thing, because I know the environment I'm hanging out with, they are the one constantly sucking out the energy from me. So I am looking for the people to make sure that they are not an energy hungry person who are taking the energy out of it. Because what is really mean that's energy sucking situation? Let me explain to you. Every emotion I have is kind of burning my energy. Even the video I'm shooting right now, that's something burning my energy. When I'm in working, reading email, reading books, this is all burning the energy. At the same time, let's say example, somebody gave me a critic comments, and that is definitely not true. So what I could do, I can get angry, and now what I did, if I get angry, I just turn my energy to turn into an anger, which is another form of energy. So that means I just simply burn a massive chunk of energy to anger, and it goes to the bin. Because at the end of the day, this anger is not helping me. So the more I'm trying to get angry about that one, and more I'm thinking about it, means more I am burning my energy. So that's one of the things about any critic comment, I'm very much immediately just leave it on. And I'm never let me get me to touch me and on this one and turn it to an emotion in me, because I know that when they do that, it's just basically burning my energy. And the person probably have no idea about me. They just do not understand what I'm living for. They don't even know my purpose of my life too. So they made comments. We just move on. So what I will do, rather than getting really angry and probably burn a big chunk of energy, rather than I will just tell myself that simple two line that person doesn't know me, so that person doesn't see me what I'm doing. Just ignore the person. So I can lose a very small amount of energy about that. And I save the rest. So this is the thing, is matter the most. So I have learned these methodologies from Charles Munger and Warren Buffett. It's about, in the beginning, you gotta always have a defensive strategy. So without getting a defensive strategy, you cannot last in a game. Such an example, if I'm starting to play tennis, in the beginning, my goal is not to create a crazy smash and try to get a point. My goal is just to keep the ball in the court and stay in the game, and I will probably win a lot of time because my opponent probably not that great, and they will miss it, and finally, or they will try to swing hard and give me the point. So that's the thing. My second number strategy is about that defensive strategy and play safe so I can save the energy and not losing a big chunk of my energy on those unnecessary emotional bust and to those unnecessary people who are not cool enough, and I have no reason to hang out with them. So now there's one exception. There is some colleagues, there's some team member, particularly it happened, and they probably join a new company and they're already there. They're skilled, they're performing, they're contributing, but they are an energy drainer. So what I do in this situation, I tell them to just have a coffee or lunch with me. I typically say this 1, 2, 3 behavior is not great. Your goal is about not to show this 3 thing behavior in front of me. You can do it somewhere else, but don't do it in front of me. And if you don't do it, what do you need from me? And through this one, I sign a social agreement with that person. And so, hey, we're not gonna do this behavior. And what do you want from me? I'm gonna give it to you. And then every 3 to 4 weeks period of time, normally I take them to lunch or to a coffee corner, and we're gonna follow up on the social contract that, hey, 1, 2, 3, great. Or, hey, 1, 3, great, but 2, I think I have a feedback for you. So it's a two-way conversation. And after a few months, they already graded and they don't show that trait in front of me or don't engage that way too. So as I have doing the strategy number 1 and strategy number 2 in a very, very efficient way. So as soon as I move to the strategy number 3, and this is why it becomes really, really exciting. Because I don't want to burn the energy. How do we can really do that? I want to do the thing I love doing about it. And I want to do the thing which is really most valuable with me too. So when I do that, means I put an energy into it, and of course I burn energy. So it's work like almost like a term deposit. Like an example, I put 100 amount of energy to do one thing, and I really love doing it. And as soon as I make progress about it, it immediately come back to me with 30% more interest. So I came back with 130 now because I made progress. I made a success about that thing. Because success is the best excitement to energy multiplier, and progress or lead aspect progress is also matter a lot too. So now, as I am really focusing on high value activities and something I'm really passionate about, so every time I'm burning energy, I'm investing energy on this. Rather than I'm saying it's burning anymore, I'm saying it's investing right now. Investing my energy into it, it come back to me. So now I'm gonna say that I'm not burning energy a lot on those things. There may be some environmental thing suck me out some of the energy from me, but through this one I'm constantly creating energy inside of me. And I have still this level of energy, and I will sleep with it. So that means I will probably sleep with 60 to 70% of energy, or 6 hours of sleep. Tomorrow morning I almost get up with 100 energy. And through this way, I constantly manage to have a really high level of energy. And here's the point, there is a someday, things I cannot control, a bad news, a really bad accident could drain a bit of energy from me. And that is the day my energy can drop maybe 30, 40, 20, and I'm still good. Because even after 20 level, in a one night sleep, I can recover it back as well too. If it goes to 0, and that's why people cannot get the full energy back, because it takes 2, 3, 4 days to get to 100 level, and now every day they're just destroying the energy. So they never have a high energy in their life too. So that is the point. If you are looking for a high energy in your life, here is my 3 strategy I just shared with you. Use these 3 strategies so you can have a great energy for yourself. And because energy is so crucial, if you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to build a great career and professional life, energy is the key. Without energy, it will not happen to you. Because everything valuable you want to do and achieve in your life, you need to have the energy. We have some exciting plan for the next week. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that out.